Okay. Please introduce yourself and say what you do.
My name is Charlie Craggs and I am a trans activist and author and now presenter. It's my first time saying that. I have a documentary coming out in January.
Amazing. What is your happy place?
My happy place is, so I basically check myself into like swanky hotels. I'm having like a bad day or a bad week or a bad month or a bad year. It's been a bad year. So yeah, that's like my little bit of self-care to myself. So I'll check myself into a really nice hotel and get myself like room service and just have like 7 baths and just treat myself like the queen I am.
How did this come to be your happy place? So the sort of hotels you described, how did they come to be your happy place?
I guess this came to be my happy place when I was going through a bad time, and I thought, you know what, like I needed to just like take myself out of my situation. This was before we were meant to stay in our house, this was before lockdown, but like I had been in my house for a long time. I kind of like got really stagnant and not left the house in a long time, and I just was being a bit of a slob, and I was like, do you know what, like pull yourself out of this, book yourself into a nice hotel, and just like I said, have 7 baths and eat loads of nice food and just treat yourself like a princess. And like it really did, it sounds so silly and obviously didn't fix my problems, but it made me feel better and helped me get out of that headspace and out of that little rut that I was in. And while I was having my 7 baths, I'd like think kind of like, how can I deal with some of the problems I was going through in my life back home? And it was just like the little break I needed. It was like a physical break, but also like a mental break for me. So I've been doing them since then. I've been having little breaks to give myself a mental break as well as a physical break.
Nice. I mean, I feel like you already answered this slightly, but
Sorry.
No, it's fine. What do you do in your happy place?
Okay, so I'll talk about my baths one more time. So when I'm in my happy place, I have like 7 baths and like order room service and order everything I want from room service and just treat myself how I deserve to be treated. It's just like a little reminder to myself.
Lovely. How do you feel when you are in your happy place? And you don't have to say happy, by the way. if you don't, you know.
I'll say happy place. When I'm in my happy place, I feel happy. Like I feel like I'm doing what's right for me and what's good for me. You know when you like doing something right or good and you feel like you're kind of like on your right path, if that makes sense. You feel like you're doing the right thing. Like your body tells you this is right, like you're doing the right thing. Your soul is telling you that. I feel like when I have my little retreats, my body and my soul are just like, yes, this is right. Like it feels right.
Perfect. Why do you need a happy place?
I need a happy place because without my happy place, it's a bit of a sad place, especially this year. Like it's just, even before this year though, like the last few years of my life have been quite hard. I had something really bad happen a few years ago, and I need things like my happy place or happy places to kind of distract me, if I'm being honest, from the sad places, and just to give myself some respite from that sad place. Because like what was the original reason why I went to my happy place, like to book into a hotel, was because I kind of was just like really like stagnant in this sad place, and this sadness wasn't moving, and I was like, if this isn't gonna move, I'm gonna have to move. So I got myself out of my bed and got myself a cab to my nice hotel, and it's like literally not even far from where I live, and I was just like, I just need to get out of my sad place. And yeah, that hotel became my happy place, and I've been going there since.
Lovely. If you had to describe your happy place in 3 words, what would they be? I mean, try your best in 3 words. Like, it's quite hard.
No, you're not ready for my 3 words. If I had to describe my happy place in 3 words, it would be what I deserve.
Perfect. Give us an example of a situation when your happy place made you feel better or more inspired.
So for this, actually I started the year off in my happy place. So like on the first day of the year, I kind of was like, no, I don't wanna, for personal reasons, I didn't really want to have to do like the whole family thing. And I was like, no, I'm gonna take myself off to my happy place, booked into my favorite hotel. And it inspired me in the way that I just like I said, I had 7 baths, and I wrote out like my I don't like that resolution whole thing, but I wrote out my goals for the year, and I wrote out what I'm thankful for the last year and what I want to kind of manifest for the next year. And it was a really kind of lovely way to start and end the year, because I ended it in that room and started it in this room. That is like in treating myself like how I deserve to be treated. And I feel like that manifested for the rest of the year the kind of treatment that I expect from both myself but from others as well. I feel like it was a really positive start to the year for me.
Nice. So this is the last question. It's quite a long one.
Okay.
For so many reasons, 2020 has been such a tough year. How important is it to build up your emotional resilience, and how can we do that?
I think it's really important to build up your emotional resilience so that when hard times do hit, like 2020 as a whole hit us, if you have that emotional resilience there, it's easier to cope with. Like I feel like I've coped a lot better with 2020 and with just bad things that have happened in my life than some of my friends who haven't been through shit before, so they haven't had to build up that resilience. So I think it's like a learning lesson to just like, we need to be practicing these things, and like it's not as simple as saying, well, like building up emotional resilience is booking into like a nice hotel, like what I say my happy places. But sometimes that's all you have and that's all you can do. Like you can't change the world by yourself, and sometimes something as silly and simple as just taking yourself out of your situation for a day or a night to remind yourself that you deserve to be happy is enough for now.
Perfect.